So this is Redrawing Democracy, the 8th grade package. So I know a lot of people, when they think about redistricting, when they think about gerrymandering, these are very high school level US history type lessons and ideas. But a big reason why this is important to bring to your 8th grade students is these concepts of redistricting, democracy, representation. Those are the main foundations of this curriculum. And those are foundations that if you allow your students to build these connections now, they are just going to be all the better for it going into their high school careers, where they are freshmen, sophomores, and rising juniors and seniors, in whether or not they are taking on-level or honors courses, or if they decide to take AP courses. Your 8th graders will already have a step above many other 8th graders who are entering these same courses, who maybe decided not to take a curriculum quite like this. This is really about the idea where your 8th grade students will have an opportunity to understand a little bit more on the real world applications of social studies. From the middle school social studies perspective, we talk a lot about building foundations of here's what the world looks like in a global scale. And sometimes that becomes a little overwhelming for some students. But by 8th grade, we start to zoom in to a more national scale. And in particular for Georgia, we get to look at a Georgia specific scale. But what better way to make this something that can connect with your students than tying it to their own community? And that's really about what this 8th grade curriculum is about. It's about having them understand what redistricting is, why it matters, keeping that at a very basic, age-appropriate understanding of the definition of the term, so that they can take that understanding and maybe dive a little deeper once they enter into the high school level, where they are going to have some opportunities to look at maps, and they will see these maps and they can decide, looking at these maps, how can these influence political power if they are just a map? And they can start making these questions for themselves so that they can dive into and develop the answers to those questions in their high school curriculum. And they'll also be able to start having the discussion within the class and within this curriculum for 8th grade of why representation is a key factor in democracy itself. Representation, again, is one of those foundational parts of this curriculum and the discussion about redistricting and gerrymandering in general. So ensuring that they have that understanding of why representation matters, that's the main component we're looking for students to take away from the 8th grade curriculum. So the curriculum is tied directly into the 8th grade American Studies, as well as 8th grade Georgia history and Georgia studies as well, where this is going to tie directly into the content revolving around current political context that the students should be building about past, present Georgia history in terms of the government, where they need to understand how the government system in Georgia or in the United States, if you're on an American Studies level, the curriculum there and the standards in Georgia want you to build that foundation of democratic understanding for the state level as well as for the national level. And thankfully, this course helps you to find some real-world examples of those two things. So the 8th grade package in particular, this is meant to be, I've designed it to be a 3 to 4 class period experience, where this is something that you can keep to that 3 to 4 class periods, so a little under a week, or you can also, I've given you some opportunities to expand this to more of a week to a week and a half experience as well. So this is something, again, that you can plug into your existing unit to really build upon what you're already teaching. This is also no training is required for this. This is something that you can take what I have given in terms of the student worksheets that are provided. There are some rubrics. There is a step-by-step teacher guide that tells you what to say, what to read out to your students. It even gives you some possible discussion questions that you can bring up during each class period itself, allowing you to truly cater this to the group of students that you have in front of you. And again, you are able to have that autonomy as a teacher to say, this is what fits my classroom, this is what fits the time in which I'm allotted to teach this course. There are some map activities that students will have access to where they will get to draw on paper, take some of the STEAM aspects that a lot of schools are really hyping up now, and they're able to experience more of that and more of that cross-curricular element in the 8th grade, which again furthers their readiness for high school.